freaks. It's Friday, January 20th, 2023. Coming up on the program today, reading death threats at a school board meeting. Plus, replacing 6 with a more palatable number. One brave lawmaker says he's sick and tired of accidentally eating baby parts and trying to find love in the YouTube comment section. All coming up today.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
This is John Wayne.
No, you crazy sorry son of a bitch. You're not John Wayne. John Wayne's dead. You get the hell off my phone and shut your mouth. I'm going to put a tracer on my phone and I'm going to get a lot of you idiots in trouble. You stop calling up here like that. You understand?
You ever see a buffalo?
Oh, shut up, you sorry son of a bitch. Get off my phone.
Last night a man sneaked into the chuck wagon.
Hello?
We're going to Missouri.
Hell no, I'm not going to Missouri. You're the stupidest thing I ever seen.
I'm broke. I got nothing to buy with.
Listen here, you crazy idiot. Do you know who you're talking to? Huh?
Mexican.
Do you?
Indians, maybe.
No, I don't think you do. So the phone company and I'm going to call the cops. I'm sorry to be arrested and abused around here by a bunch of idiots that gets on my phone. And my phone number is supposed to be unlisted. Hello?
Hello. This is John Wayne.
No, it's not John Wayne. John Wayne is here to tell you, you crazy-looking crazy bastard, you. I know John Wayne is dead. Who in the hell do you think I am? I'm not an idiot, and I'm going to see that you pay for this, you sorry asshole. Get off the phone and stay off.
We're going to Missouri.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Hi, Galileo 2333.
I actually want to be brainless.
I'm going to touch the feces and masturbate with it.
Makes my bitch ass sissy pussy quiver.
Yes, Tim Henson back here with you one more time as we end the week with the Friday show. Got a great one for you today. Real quick note, this is the last weekend for the Distorted View store before it goes on a little hiatus. Typically, we open the DV merchandise store in October or November. We run it through the holiday season, and then we wrap things up until the next year. I don't have definitive plans if that's going to be the case in this coming year. I have some other ideas where we might open the DV store back up for some special things in the coming months. But as for the full experience, the DV store chock full of Distorted View merchandise, this is the last weekend for that. Get your orders in now. Still a lot of Gem Mint 10 items for you to purchase. We've got the Sparkle Bear Beanie Baby. That's a $200 value. Go to distortedview.com and click on store. That's how you get to the store. All right, let's get into the program. Guys, specifically, you freaks in America, how are you doing? I feel like we're all not well mentally. And I'm basing that solely on the videos I've been running across today. Like this guy who is lying down on the sidewalk, covered in sheets. Those are the important details. Is there anything else you need to know about this person? No, I think that's about it. I can just go ahead and start the video.
I am God.
Oh, they also think they're God. I guess that's an important detail.
You're on fire.
Oh, right. How could I possibly forget that? This person's on fire. They are ablaze. Well, the sheets are ablaze. I don't think the person really minds. I mean, he's God after all.
You're on fire.
I'm God.
Dude, you are on fire. Hey, man.
I'm God.
Yeah, like he doesn't want to hear this. Every time this kind individual politely tries to inform this crazy person they are engulfed in flames, he gets cut off. I'm going, hey, didn't you hear me? I am God. Which, if true, it probably doesn't matter that he's on fire. I mean, God's invincible. Plus, like, you look really awesome walking around with fire shooting out of you. If I could pull that off without my skin melting, and dying, I would totally love to walk around on fire. That's so fucking cool, right? That's like superhero shit. Plus, like, think about it. If you were God and you came down in human form, how are you going to prove to everyone that you are God? walking around on fire, not being fazed by that. That's a start. Now, unfortunately, we never find out if this person is, in fact, God. The video is only 11 seconds long. For all we know, God has revealed himself on the streets of New York City, and he's taken in a little sightseeing before the rapture starts or whatever the Bible says is going to happen. Elsewhere in the United States, well, really across the country, city council and school board meetings have been insane. I can't tell you how many times we have featured unhinged people getting up and speaking at these things. It's concerning, sometimes scary, always funny. Well, today I've got another meeting here, but speaking, instead of the public getting up and talking, a Board of Education member decides to read out some of the threatening messages and emails they've been sent in the past few weeks and months.
Here are some of the threats that the members of this board received after our last meeting.
Now, I don't know what they discussed in the last meeting. It's gotta be something about banning books, race, or trans shit.
And I'll give everyone a heads up that this language is harsh.
Cool.
And it very well...
My favorite kind of language, harsh.
And it very well may be triggering for some because it does involve physical violence and rape.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I love that the parents who write these messages attend school board meetings to protect their children from all of the horrible things they see and hear and are being taught in school. Meanwhile, they threaten the school board members with rape. I am going to come down and rape your fucking skull. I'm going to take my dick out, ram it in that cocksucker of yours, and start your head until you can't breathe. And that's all because there's a Dr. Seuss book in the library that they don't like or something.
This is one I received on December 23rd.
An early Christmas present. Go on.
The subject is porn. You stupid cunt. You best remove those books from the library like ASAP. Dumb fucks you are. All of you are brainwashed, perhaps too many vaccines.
And this is just the first message. We haven't even got to the rapey ones yet. Next.
This is an email that a fellow board member received on December 23rd. The subject is Satan. You are a piece of shit, and you know that. You sold your soul to Satan. I hope one of those parents kicks the shit out of you. I bet your liberal dumbasses. Stay away from vaccines. It's quite obvious it has warped your brains. Burn in hell.
It's got to be the same person, right? The subject in both of those messages are one word, porn and Satan. They both mention the vaccine.
This is an email that a fellow board member received on from December 26th.
Okay, let me guess the subject here. Woke or woke bullshit.
The subject is you and a homophobic slur that begins with the letter F that I don't use.
Oh, God, come on. You faggot. Okay. That's the subject. I was wrong there. I'm so sorry.
And cunts are trash.
She won't say faggot, but she'll say cunt, I guess.
Don't use.
You know, it's like black people. They're allowed to say the N-word. She's a woman. She can say cunt if she wants to.
And cunts are trash. I pray your families are raped and murdered by the trash crossing the border.
Like some local school board can't do anything about illegal immigration. You know what I mean? This is not their battle to fight.
And cunts are trash.
Oh, sorry, I rewound that a little bit.
I pray your families are raped and murdered by the trash crossing the border, and you find them in the act. Then they do the same to you after making you watch them finish with the others. You are fucking scum.
I'm pretty sure that's the plot of a Sextastic Tuesday story we recently read. I think that was auto-generated by ChatGPT, as a matter of fact. One of those AI sex stories.
Comments on Facebook suggest we are going to hell.
Ting.
That tarring and feathering us may be an option.
Ting.
That should we be sued? And you heard tonight, criminally charged. Or smitten by God himself.
I wouldn't worry too much about that last one happening. God's got a lot on his plate.
You're on fire.
I'm God!
Right. He's currently on fire and on his way to check out the Guggenheim. God's on vacay for the next couple days.
Then after all of those emails, we are mocked on Facebook because we are concerned for our safety, not only tonight, but other nights as well. None of this solves the real issues that our schools are facing. Us board members are dealing with death and rape threats instead of curriculum, safety, our students' mental health, their preparedness to enter the world when they graduate, and how to recruit and retain quality teachers.
Shut up, cunt libtard! Stop teaching our children about demonic numbers! Seriously, why is 6 still taught in schools? I don't even like to say the word 6. In case I say it 3 times like Beetlejuice, I might summon the devil. I don't include that number when counting. It goes 1, 2, 11, 3, 4, 5, Voldemort, 7, 8, 9. I do not speak of the number that shall not be named or something. Let me just refer to 6. I think I've said it 3 times now, haven't I? Woo! I'll just refer to that number as short top, long tail. Short top, long tail. Short top, long tail.
The number 6. Short top, long tail. Short top, long tail. Short top, long tail. Short top, long tail.
Maybe we can just replace the number 6 altogether. Now, look, I discovered the whole number between 2 and 3 called Levange. I use it in all of my mathematics whenever I have to figure out tips and shit or pay bills. Many times I write a check that's like $211. A Levange is the whole number between 12 and 13. There's Levange, which is between 2 and 3, and Elevange, which is between 12 and 13. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's a very important discovery. I'm laughing because no one is using it after all these years. So far, there's only one obscure little country in the Baltics that has recognized Levange and Elevange as whole numbers. They're currently, for some reason, in an economic freefall. I have no idea what's going on over there in Slondovia. By the way, just off the coast of Slondovia is where you would find Mufafanyana Island, where impeached presidents go to survive Satan's gauntlet, the grueling week-long onslaught of tests of strength, deadly obstacle courses, and ancient puzzles. And of course, you got to battle Grulok, the seven-eyed stone demon. Now, Mufafanyana Island is technically an island of Slondovia, but the U.S. has an agreement with Slondovia. You see, Slondovia doesn't have a lot of laws and regulations. It's almost complete anarchy, and quite frankly, that could play more than a significant part in Slondovia's current financial disastrophe. And it certainly doesn't help that their chief export is used dirty syringes. There's not a huge worldwide demand for those things. Poor Slondovia. Like I said, it is a lawless country, and you need that if you're going to have Satan's gauntlet. Otherwise, we'd be breaking all sorts of laws, international, like Geneva Convention shit. It's all very political, but we have an agreement with Slondovia. We run Mufafanyana Island, and U.S. laws can't touch it. It's a whole thing. I don't know what that has to do with Levange, nor what Levange has to do with school board members being threatened with rape. I sort of got off track. I've totally lost the plot. Maybe it's best if we just move on. Got another great video from the fine folks over at Columbus Police Body Camera. That's a YouTube channel I think we discovered last year. In this video, there's been a bit of a fender bender. It is clear the woman is at fault because, you know, women drivers. No, she's at fault, though, because she had a stop sign. She's at an intersection, and, you know, like north-south, they have stop signs. If you're going east and west on the intersection, you don't have a stop sign. It's a pretty cut and dry case here. Somehow this video is stretched out to like 12 minutes.
No, we're coming through the stop sign. We're already there. He's right there. He sees us coming, but he won't stop. He ain't do none of that. He just went ahead and hit me.
Why would he stop?
Huh?
Why would he stop?
No, he wouldn't. But if you're right there and you already see me right here, why not stop?
That beeping is getting old real quick. I'm going to try to fast forward past this. Again, she had a stop sign. The other guy didn't. He didn't have to stop. She kept going too, and, well, that's when the accident occurred.
Did you have a stop sign?
Yes.
Okay. It's your job to make sure that there's no other cars in the intersection before you enter.
I stopped at the stop sign.
Let's fast forward a bit. Finally, someone turns the goddamn car off.
Did you bring her insurance with you?
I got it printed out right here.
Okay, I need
good.
that.
Got insurance.
So what happened? She ran a stop sign and got hit by a car.
Run it. I promise.
That vehicle.
Run it.
Hey, come over here, sir.
I did not run that light, that red sign. And you can ask
So
it's not a light, it's just a sign.
Wheatland is one way south.
Everybody knows
and that truck was driving south. She came to the stop sign and then entered the intersection while he was driving south, and he hit her.
Excuse me. Why is it you believe him and not me?
Because it couldn't have happened any other way. She just refuses to be wrong here.
Why is it I couldn't have been right there already crossing, and then he keeps going. He don't even...
The point, even if you're in the middle of the intersection, you have to look to see that no cars are coming and are going to hit you. You got to make sure you can make your turn or go straight through the intersection without a car swiping you because they don't have a stop sign, cunt.
Try to stop, officer.
I need your insurance.
Yeah, my insurance is right here. Yes, I like to have them dispatched out here.
She wants a different officer is what she's doing. She's calling the
I'm going
cops.
to give you my insurance. I'm going to give it to this
Okay,
other
I will.
I asked for another
You're not going to get another officer. This isn't Burger King where you get what you want.
Yes.
Calm down.
The officer's a dick.
Yes, sir.
I believe my at-fault driver is calling in asking for a new officer. I have this under control.
Yes, internal affairs. Then that's what I'll do. I need...
Ooh, this little fender bender is going to internal affairs. This cop really fucked up. He's in a whole world of hurt, isn't he?
All right, I'll just mark on the ticket that you didn't give me your insurance, and you can take it to the court.
Because I got insurance.
Okay.
I got insurance.
At some point, she has a change of heart and waddles on over and shows her insurance to the police officer. Maybe she's starting to realize she was at fault.
Here. This is my insurance card. Right there.
Well, it seems like she's calming down. Unfortunately, the husband is around, too, and gets her all riled up again.
That truck scene is halfway decent car. Look like it's got insurance. So some people have the tendency to do that. So it's kind of a what's thing because my daughter said she sat there and watched and said, Mom, here he come, bam.
Dude, you're not helping. Shut up. You're just making things worse.
There and watched and said, Mom, here he come, bam. You know,
What she did is she warned Mom multiple times that there was a vehicle coming.
No.
Is what you're just describing to me.
But she
okay.
Said, oh,
that's
all she said.
He has the responsibility to drive straight down that road. Okay. She has the responsibility to stop and not enter that roadway.
But they both do.
No. When you're going south on that road, there is no stop sign.
But what I'm
he doesn't have to stop. If you pull out in front of him, you pulled out in front of him.
No, I didn't,
my point being,
officer.
you can't pull out in front of him.
That's what I'm saying. I was already in there. He speeds up and he
did not.
Going.
Okay, I was wrong. She does not realize she was at fault. As for this video, there is no clear resolution. She's just, scheduled for a court appearance. She's still under the impression, I guess, that she had the right of way, even though she was the only person with a stop sign. Oh my God. Can't get any more clear than that. All right, let's move on. Remember that incel we featured not too long ago who described the best kiss he ever had? That's like his version of the story. I'm sure hers is completely different. Hers is, what's the creepiest thing that ever happened to you in a nightclub? Well, let me tell you about this guy. I didn't even know who he was. He just appeared and then put his lips on mine twice.
And she's kind of out of it, so she doesn't really know what's going on at first. And then I go for another attempt, and this time, 10 out of 10, land a perfect kiss. And her lips were so fucking soft, and it was amazing. But then she turns around to me, and she says, "Who the fuck are you?"
And then the guys she was with saw what was happening and got up and started to chase this idiot. One of the dudes may have been her boyfriend, who knows? Well, this incel is back with more stories. Actually, he refuses to call himself an incel, even though his behaviors certainly put him in that category. He even has the audacity to call a woman who showed no interest in him a fincel, a female incel. I mean, that's the only explanation why a lady's pussy juice ain't be bubbling up around the seams of her panties. Something's got to be wrong with her. Either she's a lesbo or a fincel. So this idiot, I can't believe this is a thing that happens. I understand dating online, meeting people online is a thing. You got your Tinder, you got your Grindr, your Bumble, your Twaddle, your Dip Slip, Slicker, Wicker, Gasher, Prancer, Donner, Cupid, all those dating apps, right? This guy hits on women in the YouTube comment section. The comment section of just random videos, not even his own videos. Not like he's replying to comments about his stuff. No. He sees a girl commenting on a random video and he takes this opportunity to introduce himself.
This young maiden, her name is Emmy.
If you refer to women as maidens, you're an incel. No question about it. This guy has donned a fedora or two in his time. So the video she was commenting on was just like, a random, like a YouTube trending video. Something you would find on the main page. It must have been about names or something, because she said, my name's Emmy, but people call me Emma. It's annoying, blah, 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 blah. And so this dude decides to slip into those comments.
Emmy, let's go on a date soon. Do you live near New Jersey? Oh, badass.
He's reading the comment thread. I don't know why he thought what he said was badass. I don't think Emmy understood either.
I don't live in New Jersey, and I don't date random people I don't know. Okay.
Okay, so things are not going well. Emmy is not responding.
We're not going to stop there.
That sounds like a threat. Yeah, he says, I'll subscribe to you. We just have to get to know each other. This is the weirdest fucking interaction, right?
I'm still not interested. This isn't Tinder, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I think we're all with Emmy here. This sad sack of shit then just says, please, with a frowny face. Yeah, he's scrolling through the rejections right now.
I gave her so many chances.
Yeah, he says, please. She says, no, thanks. He replies, I said, please. And then 3 frowny faces.
This is what happens when you meet a fincel on YouTube. A fincel is a female who just, for whatever reason, doesn't want to engage in a relationship.
With you. It's not that she's not open to relationships with normal guys.
Relationship. She's a female incel. If you kind of connected the two things.
This guy gives me such Elliot Rodger vibes. I swear to Christ, he is going to shoot something up real soon.
Yeah, and incels, like, I don't know, like, I'm not an incel, but...
Okay, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. That's the funniest fucking thing I heard all day.
I empathize with
yeah, of
with
course
them
you do.
Of,
yeah.
What they're going through. Like I had some stuff like that.
You're going through that shit now.
Back. I can't relate completely because I used to be a Chad and a jock and an alpha male, and I still am.
The videos he posts fall into 2 categories: doing creepy shit to women and boring ass videos about online sports betting. You're not a jock. You're a degenerate who's about to lose his life savings.
I don't think incels are what you think they are. I actually consider them wincels.
Good one. I'm sure you feel the same way about female incels.
Because they go against the grain. Like they're like the kid at the claw machine. Like he's at the arcades and he's playing a rigged game and he can't get the grand prize he wants, but they keep going and going. They're wincels. They go until they win the grand prize, until that claw machine.
Most of the time, though, they go home alone, penniless, big fat losers.
Emmy, I can't believe you did this to me. I don't know why you did this to me, honestly.
You're gonna have to pay, Emmy. Pay for your crimes.
I was very nice to you. But, it's alright. It's alright.
I know where you live.
More fish in the sea, right?
That ultimately is a good attitude. I mean, it's good for Emmy for him to have this attitude. Then again, there could be multiple meanings to there's many fish out there. Emmy's a fish. She needs to be gutted and filleted. Watch her back, Emmy. Speaking of people who need to watch their back, our last clip today just features a do-gooder. Look, he's just trying to make the world a better place, and it's going to get him killed. White boy, you should not be in whatever neighborhood you have found yourself in this clip. He's one of those live streamers or YouTubers who finds homeless people and then gives them money or food, which is a nice thing. But when you film it and you post it on your channel, we all know you're just doing it for content. You're not, a completely virtuous person. Well, things go downhill rather quickly here. I love this clip so much. This is the risk you run. As it devolves into pure pandemonium, I will try to describe what's going on.
How you doing? You guys look cold out here. You want some food? Or something to drink?
One guy says no. Guy in a wheelchair is like, nope, don't want any of your shit.
You do? I got you some coffee and I got some food in here for you.
All right. Another guy takes the coffee and food.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is on the street, Shorty.
Shorty?
Yes, sir.
I'm Josh. Nice to meet you.
I think I'm homeless. You got a penny? Oh, you got a penny? Stop.
I don't, but I got...
You got 1 cent? Can I get the... Hey, quit cussing. Man, all that cussing is...
I'm homeless, man. I'm trying to get a hotel. I need a hotel.
She's going to be collecting for that hotel 1 penny at a time. Asking for a penny is pretty smart, actually. First of all, no one carries pennies around. Chances are if someone, digs in their pocket, they're going to pull out something larger than a penny, and they'll just, give her whatever they have. Or what will happen is they'll open their wallet to see how much money, and then she can take a gander and be like, I see you got a 5 in there. How about a 5?
Need a hotel?
Leave that man alone, man. Get out of his face. Get the f*** on.
A lot of people hassling this guy because, they see that he's giving out free stuff.
He's feeding motherfuckers and shit. You steady hollering and cursing at him.
I'm not
fucking wrong. All right, well, he ain't fucking with you.
Can I have a hug, man?
This guy just asked a homeless black dude for a hug. He doesn't look like the hug-giving type of guy. I mean, he's sort of defending white boy here by saying, don't yell at him, he's giving shit to motherfuckers. But still, he doesn't seem very cuddly. Now, that chick who was asking for a penny is still around, and Josh here, in his misguided attempt to win her over, ends up taking her to a convenience store, I think.
I can get you some food.
What are you standing here for?
I'm going to get her some food.
Yeah, people are like, why are you here? Go away.
What are you standing here for?
I'm going to get her some food.
Oh, I hate Josh so much. Filming this shit for his YouTube channel. Why am I standing here? Because I'm your white savior. Look at me buying all the poor black people Subway sandwiches and Tim Hortons coffee. Bow down before me. By the end of the video, he's shaking. So, for me at least, it has a happy ending. Little Josh here bit off more than he can chew with this woman. All right, so he's going to go get her some food. But now she's like, well, I don't want food. I want money.
I don't want no food, man. I want money.
I don't have cash. What's that?
You good?
Yeah, thank you.
Good, Lolita.
All right, so now they're walking into the grocery store, and there's already a problem. We've got a big fat black man doing some shopping, and he's got a chip on his shoulder.
Excuse me, man. Wait, man. Move. You see a king coming through?
Fair enough.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
He said move. I don't trust white folks.
Don't do that, though. He ain't do nothing.
This George.
I don't blame him.
All right, then buy it, beat it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear because there's a lot of commotion in the store, but he's saying he doesn't trust white people and to beat it. Meanwhile, this homeless chick just keeps throwing stuff into Josh's arms, like, buy me chips.
I'm trying. Yeah, I brought some food to some people over here, and I'm getting her something to drink.
Hey, y'all, don't disrespect him like that. I'll pay. I'll pay for it.
We done hang on silent in 4 months.
Change your wicked ways.
Again, it's hard to parse through everything. Someone hasn't showered for 4 months. I think this woman is offering to pay for the food that Josh is going to buy because the black people don't trust the white man. They don't want him shopping in the store, maybe? I don't know what the hell's going on. That noise is her slamming chips into his hand. Buy that.
Thank you. That's all I want. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's buying that for me.
Something then breaks out in the store. Employees want everyone to leave.
Hey, he told you to leave.
So y'all gonna kick a homeless girl down?
You gotta go. Outside. Outside.
Hey.
So it starts with just the homeless people having to leave.
I ain't doing shit wrong. I ain't doing
And Josh is starting to put the items back on the rack. He's like, I need to leave. What a way to run the store. Get the fuck out! Just literally telling everyone in the store to get the fuck out. I don't know if this has anything to do with Josh or if this is a different altercation happening, but again, it's just insanity.
I'm so sorry.
Josh is apologizing, though, so I think he believes he has something to do with this. Josh, was it worth it? Do you feel like you made a difference today? Did you help a community out? Or did you just fuck some shit up? On the bright side, it does appear this video is raking in the views, so good for you. Josh is doing some numbers on YouTube. On the backs of black people. What's new, right? And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist and fucked up news right now. If you are enjoying Distorted View Daily, please consider supporting this podcast. The number one way to help ensure that this continues on for a long, long time is to sign up for the Sideshow. Become a true and honorable freak over there at superfreaksideshow.com. When you sign up, you gain access to the entire archive of programs. I've been at this since December 2004. There's a chance you weren't even born when I started this podcast. That is the most depressing fucking thing I think I've ever said on this show, but it's true. Most importantly, when you sign up, you get access to all of the new shows I do. Yes, every week I do Sideshow exclusive episodes. This past week on Tuesday and Thursday, I posted episodes just for Sideshow members. If you want to hear those and all of the upcoming free and exclusive shows, go to superfreaksideshow.com. Memberships are very inexpensive, only $6.99 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. If you happen to use Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can sign up for access right in those apps. You'll get all of the new exclusive programs right alongside your free episode. So that's kind of cool. For more information on all of that, check out distortedview.com and superfreaksideshow.com. Finally, the last way to really help us out, we've got a Patreon account. Patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. If you pledge $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. If you're very generous, you can pledge upwards of like $20. If you hit that mark, occasionally I send out TV merchandise and little goodies to you. Last time I did a drop was November. So I'm planning to do another one soon. So get those pledges in now. Patreon.com/distortedview. All right, 3 very quick stories now. First up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Texas.
Woo! We're going to Texas. Yeah. We're going to Texas.
We're going to Texas. Here we go. One of the reasons I absolutely love hardcore conservatives is their ability to just make controversy appear out of nowhere. They can manifest outrage like no other. Remember last year when a politician was like, I heard children in high school are shitting in kitty litter boxes. Yeah, these kitty litter boxes are piled high with human feces from kids who identify as cats. Of course, this wasn't happening in his city, county, state, but it didn't matter because the story got out and then concerned parents were freaked the fuck out that their precious children were going to have to piss and shit next to other kids who identify as cats shitting in a kitty litter box. And of course, parents attended school board meetings demanding answers. It was a whole thing, right? Well, we've got the 2023 version of this story. Of course, it comes from Texas. A Texas Republican wants to make foods containing material from aborted human fetuses clearly and conspicuously labeled. You may be asking, what foods contain aborted human fetuses? None of them, of course. There's no such thing. Those products don't exist. The proposed law, authored by State Senator Bob Hall, says food and medicine would have to be labeled if it contained or was manufactured with human fetal tissue, or if it was the product of research that used such tissue. The bill defines human fetal tissue as tissue, cells, or organs obtained from an aborted unborn child. Even though this isn't a thing, the proposed bill sure fucking reads like it is. Quote, unfortunately, many Texans are unknowingly consuming products that either contain human fetal parts or were developed using human fetal parts, read a statement from Hall's office. While some may not be bothered by this, liberals, there are many Texans with religious or moral beliefs that would oppose consumption or use of these products. For the record, I don't know why this needs to be stated because everyone should know it, but the Food and Drug Administration, the good old FDA, does not allow the sale of foods containing human tissue, so this law is totally unnecessary. There are no conditions under which the FDA would consider human fetal tissue to be safe or legal for human or animal consumption. Also, that would be like cannibalism, isn't it? You're eating humans, fetus or otherwise. Anyway, that was from an FDA spokesperson. The bill, which Hall filed on behalf of a consultant, marks one of the latest eruptions of recurring controversies over the scientific use of cell lines, which can be derived from aborted or miscarried fetuses. Scientists routinely use such cells for research and experimentation, but they're not used as food additives. Yet, let me be perfectly clear. If it was found that aborted human fetal tissue was somehow delicious, like if it tasted similar to truffles or something, I would probably eat that aborted baby. I would sprinkle grated aborted fetus on my pasta, on my salad. I have no qualms about that. So yeah, maybe a bill is necessary because first chance I get, I'm feasting on baby parts. Mushy, vacuumed out, aborted baby parts. I don't care. Give me that baby good. A single group of cells, right? A tiny, like, you can't even see it, right? With your naked eye, a single group of cells from a human embryo can be cultured thousands of times for several years. If we're going to push science forward, don't you think it's okay to use like one aborted baby to potentially cure cancer for millions of people? I mean, come on. They're going to be aborted anyway. I guarantee you now that this news story is out there, this is going to be a huge thing, right? People are going to be freaking out. We need laws to protect ourselves. There might be babies in our food. The news story actually echoes something I just said. I apparently said something smart. Food containing human fetal tissue, which again does not exist, could meet the definition of cannibalism. See, I said that, which no federal law criminalizes. Oh, and most states do not regulate. What? It's okay to eat people? Maybe that's what the senator should be working on, bill-wise. Make it against the law to eat human flesh. Let's encompass all humans, dead or alive, or big or small, or unborn or whatever. All right, second story we have for you today. Speaking of politicians, I've been hearing the name George Santos a lot. Maybe you have too. He apparently is a newly elected House of Representatives member, and like all politicians, he lies. His lies, though, are what the kids call extra. For instance, he said that 9/11 claimed his mother's life. So you'd think that she, died in the World Trade Center, but she didn't. Then George Santos was like, well, she was in the South Tower on September 11th, but she got out, and then she passed away a few years later when she lost her battle to cancer. Kind of insinuating that the cancer was caused by 9/11, inhaling all that shit, right? Even that might not be true because employment records show that Santos's mother had only worked for one company, Imports by Rose, a company that went out of business in 1994. Also, there are documents that indicate that she was actually in Brazil on 9/11. So there's just like a myriad of lies in that one statement. Other lies, he said that he graduated with a degree in economics and finance, but he didn't even attend the college he said he went to. While in college, he said he was the star volleyball player for his team. Obviously, he didn't play for the team because he didn't attend that college. Prosecutors in Brazil say that George Santos spent $700 using a stolen checkbook and a fake name. It goes on and on and on, right? I mean, you can read about that on your own. The story I have for you today introduces a new twist. A New York Times article from earlier this month discusses Santos's swearing in despite the public scrutiny for lies about his background, including that he may have lied about being openly gay for a decade. Now, a Brazilian... He's got a lot of connections to Brazil. A Brazilian LGBTQ activist named Bruna Benavide responds to a tweet from the New York Times linking to the article and said, ask him about Katera Ravache? I don't know. That's apparently his drag name, and he's a pageant queen.
You better work.
Yes, queen. Yes, slay, fierce. Whatever. If you want to check out the chapter artwork, you can see what George Santos looks like as a queen. While there is no confirmation of the truth to this claim, I mean, it's probably true considering George Santos, a supposed picture of Santos as his alter ego posing with Brazilian drag queen Eula Rochard started circulating nearly 3 weeks after the initial claim, once Rochard posted it on Instagram. The translated caption reads, "Me with the American Republican deputy at a parade with whom I spoke. He wouldn't leave my house." There's proof for those who called me a liar. Benavides herself commented on the post saying, "Oh, I remember all too well. Participated in several Miss Rio de Janeiro contests. You have several famous and influential friends." A Twitter user by the name of Kayvon Schroff, I guess, tweeted an additional picture. More drag photos. The news says, while, again, there's no confirmation, the drag pictures do bear a resemblance to Santos. MSNBC reporter and columnist Marissa Kabas tweeted out that she reached out to Rochard to verify the claims that Santos performed and participated in pageants. "I just spoke by phone with Eula Rochard, a Brazilian drag queen, who was friends with George Santos when he lived near Rio. She said everyone knew him then as Anthony, never George, or by his drag name, Katera. She confirmed the photo is from a 2008 drag show. So Anthony continues to be the gift that keeps on giving. Everyone hates him, by the way. Obviously, liberals, Democrats don't like him because he's Republican, but Republicans hate him too. They all want him to resign. And he's like, no. At one point, he literally said, look, if 145,000 people want me to, I will. I mean, some number like that, 125,000. I don't know if he expects us to start a petition, but I guarantee you there's already a few over there at change.org. All right, final story we have for you. Oh, I've got some more chapter artwork for you to check out. It's a house that done did blowed up thanks to a very extremely drunk woman. Yet somehow she is the victim in this story. She has filed a lawsuit. A woman is suing a concert venue after she got so drunk at a Marilyn Manson show that she blew up a house. She's taking no responsibility whatsoever for her actions. Daniela Lees, 26, was driving home from the concert at the Budweiser Garden Arena in London, Ontario, back in August of 2019, when she crashed into a house, causing a massive explosion. The explosion destroyed 4 houses and injured 7 people. Falling embers caused fires at several other homes nearby. The entire neighborhood had to be evacuated, and gas and water services were shut off in the area. The explosion reportedly caused somewhere between $10 million and $15 million in damages. The woman pled guilty. Oh, okay. She pled guilty to 4 counts of impaired driving and was sentenced to a 3-year prison sentence back in 2021. But now she and her father, Sean, have filed a lawsuit against Ovations Ontario Food Services, the company that held the concert and served her the booze. The suit claims the company shares liability for the explosion because it kicked the woman out of the venue because, she was so fucking drunk without trying to prevent her from driving home. It also alleges that the venue served her while knowing that she was intoxicated. Yep, that's how they make their money. Drunk people gonna drink more. Obviously, I don't think she has a leg to stand on legally. That being said, didn't we just read a news story about a court that was willing to hear about a woman suing her insurance company because she got HPV in the car? She was like fucking some dude, got an STD in the car, so she sued Geico. Ultimately, it was dismissed, I think. This lawsuit is a little less dumb, but still, it appears that she's taking no responsibility whatsoever for her own drinking. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your distorted news for Friday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Yes, my freaks, we find ourselves at the end of another week, and I've got some voicemails to play before we wrap things up. Many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at Distorted View on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook.com/Distorted View Show, yada, yada, yada. Remember, if you pledge at least $5 to our Patreon account, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. And yes, we have a bunch of patrons calling in. I don't know if we're going to get to them all today, but let's see how we do here.
Yes, this message is for Greg from Austin. Hello, Uber Mail.
What did she yell? Uber Mail? Uber? I don't know. I'm sorry.
Timmy Boo, it's DJC calling from the
Tesla of love about your car, as always, because when it has to do with cars, I call because, God damn it, I'm in love with a Tesla, and if it had an exhaust pipe, I'd fuck it every night. But either way, Jimmy Boo, those dealers suck. You're going to pay more. They all suck. Don't let them fucking lie to you. They fucking sales are down every fucking year over year. They can't sell them fucking things fast enough. But the Model 3, standard range Model 3, is selling for $43,000 right now, and you get a $7,500 tax credit off your taxes at the end of the year if you make enough money. Don't know how that works, but effectively you can get that car for $35,000. And there's no haggling. The internet price is what you pay. If you look up the leases, I don't know what the leases go for.
I'm so sick of hearing about car shit. But not from listeners, but dealers and stuff.
Outright.
I was at another dealership today. Again, it was like the same thing as that first one, where it was like the number they presented me, it was insulting. It was like $800 a month payment, right? For a lease. Now, you go. I sound like a broken record. I'm sorry. I promise you the car thing's going to be wrapped up soon, and I won't mention it for another 3 years. But you go on the website and you calculate how much your lease is going to cost, and it's like it's going to cost $373 a month, and then somehow when you get to the actual dealership, they present you with this paper. It's like, it's going to be $800 a month for 36 months. Now, according to them, the reason is like, look, on the website, it just has the price of the car. But that's not the real price of the car, because at the dealer, they add all sorts of things before they sell it. Even though yesterday they told me this car just came in today, right? Yesterday. Right? They just rolled off the truck. And if you want to check it out tomorrow morning, whenever you want, that's fine. Somehow, in that short span of time, they added some special coating to the car at the dealership. Treated the leather. They added some sort of brake light thing, some strip on the back of the car. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You added all that stuff. And that's what sort of upped the price a bit. But still, that's double the amount of the number I saw on the dealer website. Ooh, Lord Douche was pissed. He gets scary with these people. I really felt like his bitch, like his little lady, his wife, because he was yelling at this person on my behalf. It was great. Anyway, after a bunch of haggling, again, they got that fucking... I was ready to leave. And every time I'd leave, they'd be like, how about $600 a month? Is that better? And I'm like, no. How about $500? Is $500 more in your range? What about $480, $460? And finally, it got down to like $450. And then I'm just mad. Now I'm just mad that they would insult me with such a fucking high number to begin with, $800, and you could whittle it down somehow to $450. And they're still making money on the deal. So I just got up and left. Fuck that was insane. No, thank you. What's great, and I'm sorry if I've already mentioned this, if everyone's already heard it. I think maybe it may have been a Sideshow exclusive program where I talked about this, but I already have a deal to buy a car at another dealership. They're just waiting on the car to come in. It's the price I want to pay. We're just waiting on the car. I have a deposit down on the car that is refundable. So if I choose not to go through with it, I'll get the money back. So in the meantime, I'm going around to all these other dealerships and seeing how honest they are or what they'll give. So I know the trade-in value of my car. I know it has residual value, and the dealership's giving me X amount of dollars for it, and yada yada yada. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the same car, but in a different color and a trim level up, because the price difference between those two trims it's under $1,000. And so I'm trying to get another dealer that has, the better version of the car to give me a similar deal as the deal I have now. This is one of the few times I feel like I have the upper hand in car dealings. Because when these companies jerk me around and give me these insane numbers, I'm not freaking out thinking, how am I going to pay that? I need to get a new car. It's all taken care of. Don't fuck me around. I'll just leave. And it also helps that there are like 12,000 Kia dealerships in the tri-state area.
Timmy. Oh my God. It's Unicorn Hamster, just taking a shower and thought I'd call. Actually, today's call is a sequel from yesterday's call. I meant to tell everybody that I noticed these two podcasters, they seem to be Jewish. And
what do you mean they seem to be Jewish? Did they say they're Jewish, or are you like thinking they're Jewish based on their looks? Because that's anti-Semitic, I think.
I thought, how many Jews are doing podcasts these days? I was just curious.
I don't know the number.
What are the biggest
Ben Shapiro, I know he podcasts, right?
ethnicities? You know, earlier my topic...
That's the only Jewish podcaster I know.
Last year, my topic was...
I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, honestly.
What ethnicity is the horniest, sluttiest? And I will, in my opinion, however, I have only been with 30 plus, mostly plus-size women.
Well, those should count as 2 then. I would just multiply that number 30 by 2.
I know you
had sex with 60 women.
I like the long voicemails, but it's just a sequel.
Okay, so what you're saying, you want to know who's sluttier? Christians, Jewish people, Muslims, like that? That's the information you're looking for? Okay, freaks, call in if you have experience with that.
Oh, yeah, this is Mead, and,
Oh, it sounds like Mead's testicles finally dropped.
and, I just wanted to tell
Sounds much more manly than normal.
you that my keyboard girlfriend left me the other
Oh,
day,
no.
and I just don't know
Is she must be a fin cell, huh?
day, and I just don't know why. I felt like I touched her in all the right places, and hit all the...
You should totally stalk her. Go horseback riding with her.
And I just don't know why.
Oh, Mead, your phone's
why she left me.
crackling.
I can't imagine why my keyboard would leave
You have some shitty cell towers in Richmond, Virginia.
Germanic-built man.
Yes, Mead is very Germanically built. By the way, speaking of Sideshow exclusive programs, on yesterday's show, a listener informed me that Mead is taking a break from that European cultural message board. And the theory is he was asked to take a break. Like they were considering banning him. So instead, Mead decided to resign. I'm going to take a step back for a while. I'm going to take 6 months and work on myself. Meanwhile, he's saying totally racist stuff in his Discord. I have the receipts. Go check out our Discord in the Utardia channel. Scroll back a few days. You can see screenshots from Mead's Discord, what Mead's talking about. He's usually either fighting with a woman that he wants to date or saying derogatory things about various races. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me, show at distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God, is it again?
I pray your families are raped and murdered.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Guys, thank you so much for a great week of programs. I could not do it without you. I'll see you back on Monday to do it all over again. Until then, bye, everybody.
It's Friday, baby. Fuck. Yeah, it's the weekend, baby. Fuck. Yeah, Friday, baby. Fuck. Fuck. The weekend, baby. Fuck.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.